Yeah, good afternoon. In this today's class, you are learning about the normalization. In the previous class, you learned about for the normalization, the basics. What about the functional dependencies? Then what is the normalization definition you learned in the previous class. In the today's class, you are learning about the normal forms, NF forms. Actually, before going to the normal forms, first we should know about normalization. We should know about the functional first again we are going for the recalling for the functional dependency definition. After that, next we are going for the normalization. Functional dependency means relationship is existing between the two attributes, then we can call as a functional dependency. Functional dependency is a relationship that existing between the two attributes. It typically exists between the primary key and non-key attributes within the table. Means compulsory one attribute should be the primary, other attribute should be the non-prime attribute should be there, or the non-prime attribute we are calling as a non-key attribute. Suppose if you want to talk about the functional dependency, functional dependency, X is a functional dependency on Y. X is an attribute. Between the X and Y attribute, here it is existing the relationship. When the relationship is existing, we are calling as a functional dependency. The left side FD we are calling as a determinant. The right side we are calling as a dependent. The left side, this X attribute we are calling as a determinant. The Y attribute we are calling as a dependent. If you want to take the example for the employee table, under the employee table we are having the attributes employee ID, employee name and employee address will be there. Here here under the employee ID attribute, uniquely identifying the employee name attribute. Under the employee ID attribute can be uniquely identified. It is uniquely identified with the help of employee name attribute under the employee table. Now, if you want to write the functional dependency between the employee ID and the employee name, if you want to write the functional dependency, employee ID is functionally dependency on the employee name. Means the employee ID will be there, unique value will be there. Coming to the employee name is a repeated value will be there. Now we are writing the example functional dependency. Employee ID is functionally dependency on employee name. Now we are going for the normalization. Already in the last class, the main purpose of the normalization means for eliminating the duplicate value purpose, for eliminating the repeated values. The main purpose of the normalization is the process of organizing data in the database. Normalization is used to minimize the redundancy from the relation. What I said, minimizing the data redundancy. Data redundancy means repeated values or duplicate values we are minimizing with the help of normalization. For relation or set of relation, this redundancy from the relation or set of relation. Just now you saw about the relationship existing between the two attributes when your definition of under the functional dependency. Now if you want to eliminate under the normalization, then we are splitting the table, smaller table. Normalization is divided the larger table into the smaller table, link them using the relationship. Then we are linking with the help of relationship. Now under the normalization, if you want to reduce the redundancy from the database table, we are going for the normal form. Just now I said types of normal forms here we are learning only 4 types of normal forms here learning. First normal form, second normal form, third normal form, B, C and F. Now if you want to talk about the first normal form, a relation is under the first normal. When the relation is the first normal, when you are calling as a relation is the first normal means if it contains the atomic values, then only we are calling as a first normal form. The relation is a first normal form. Means if it contains only the atomic values, then only we are calling as a first normal form. Now if you want to talk under the second normal form, is the relationship will be under the second normal form. It is in first normal and non-key attributes are fully functionally dependency on the primary key. Non-key attributes or non-prime attributes are fully functionally dependency on primary key. Then only we are calling as a second normal. If you want to implement the second normal form, first we should implement this. If you want to implement the second normal form, first we should implement the first. After implementing the first only, then we should go for the second normal. Means under the first normal, atomic value, it can consist the atomic values. Then we should convert to the atomic values. After converting the atomic values, then we are going for under the second normal form. The first rule will be then we should convert the atomic values. Second rule is the non-prime attributes are fully functional dependence on primary keys. Means the primary key may be the left side or right side, any side. It is not a rule. Coming to the third normal form, under the third normal form, it should be under the first normal, then first normal to second, then we should come to the third normal form. Under the third normal form, no transitive dependency should be exist under the third normalization. Coming to the fourth normal form, it will be under the fourth normal, it should be in Boise-Code normal form as no multi-valued dependency will be there. Means no transitive dependency should be not there under the third normal. Coming to the fourth normal, no multi-valued attribute should be not there. Now if you want to go for the first normal, a relation will be under the first normal, it can contain the atomic values. It can contain the atomic values. Atomic value means under the particular attribute, it can consist only then one unique value. For example, if you are taking as an employee table, under the employee table, employee phone number for maybe John is a employee name. This employee is having the two contact numbers. This type of the values we cannot store under the first normal form. Then we should convert in the format of atomic values. Means unique values only will be there. Here only we should store only for the single value. Now it states that an attribute of the table contains hold multiple values. Means it is holding the multiple values. It must only single value attribute will be there. For this attribute only, employee number attribute only single value should be there. Then only we can call as a atomic value. First normal form, this allows multi-valued attributes. Means here we are having as a multi-valued attributes. It not allows, this allows means the first normal form will not allow the multi-valued attributes. It will not allow the multi-valued. Multi-value here means more than one value will be there, means we are calling as a multi-value attribute. Composite attributes and their combination. Means it will not allow about the multi-value attribute, composite attributes, their combination also it will not allow under the first normal form. Means employee is not a first normal form. This employee table is not a first normal form. Why? Because means it is having the multi-valued attributes is available under the employee phone number attribute. This employee table is not in the first normal form. First normal form means it can contains only the atomic values. Unique values should be there. Each and every record for the specific attribute, for if you are having the n number of attribute, under that attribute the value should be the unique. We should not place the multi-valued attributes, then we cannot consider as a first normal form. Now if you want to convert the first normal form, means we are decomposing the employee table into the first normal form. Means the table we are decomposed, means we are splitting into the first normal form as in given below. Employee ID, employee name, employee phone number, employee state. Now the employee number we are considering employee phone number. Now here we are declaring as a primary key. This is we are declaring as a primary key. Employee ID is non-prime attributes or non-key attributes. Functional dependency means under the functional dependency, if you want to depend, primary key attribute should be depend under the non-key attributes. Then only we are calling as a functional dependency. Under the first normal also, when you are decomposing a table, and employee table, when you are converting to the first normal form, then we should store only for atomic values, no multi-value attributes. Now the employee number, at the time of you are creating the table, under the table we can insert only for the single values. We cannot insert the multiple values. Now here we are considering the constraint as an employee number as a primary key. Then we are inserting only for the unique values. Coming to the second normal form, if you want to talk about the second normal form, the relationship must be in first normal. In the second normal form, all non-key attributes are fully functionally dependency on primary key. Just now what I said, functional dependency means here actually before functional dependency means relationship existing between the two attributes. It's typically existing between the primary key and non-primary key attribute within the table. It is typically exists between primary key or non-prime attributes. Same scenario will be in the second normal form. The second normal form, all non-key attributes or non-prime attributes are fully functionally dependency on primary key. Now if you want to take example you are understanding for the second normal form, now we are taking as a school can store the data for the teachers and the subjects. Under the school we can store the data under the teachers table and the subjects table by teach. If a school teacher can teach more than one subject, under the school the teacher can teach for the single class more than one subject. Now here if you are talking about employee ID is a 25. This employee ID is a 25. This 25 employee was teaching the chemistry and the biology. Chemistry and biology. Same employee is teaching chemistry subject and the biology subject. Now here coming to another employee is teaching the mathematics and computer science. Now if the teacher's table is existing, under the teacher's table, over here the three teachers will be there. Three teachers they are teaching different subjects will be there. Here 6 different subjects will be there. Means 25 in 25 teacher ID he was teaching the two subjects chemistry and biology. 47 teacher ID was teaching only for English. Coming to the 83 teacher is teaching the two subjects mathematics and computers. Means 3 teachers is teaching for 5 subjects. If you are given below, non-prime attributes is a teacher age. Here we are calling as a non-prime attribute. We can consider the teacher age is a non-prime or we can consider as a teacher ID. Now if you are considering as a teacher ID means unit should be there. Unit should be there. Now that is the purpose we are considering as a teacher age, we are considering as a non-prime attributes. Duplicate value can be exist under the teacher's table. Teacher age is depending on the teacher ID. The teacher age is depending upon the teacher's ID. It is a proper subset of the candidate key. That's why it violates the rule of second normal form. See here, it is violating the rule of the second normal form. It is a proper subject of the candidate key. Now you are understanding purpose, already you learned the last class. What is the candidate key? What is the super key? See here, candidate key, it can consist the columns or combination of the columns which can be qualified as a unique key. Means, if you are taking as a column or the combination of the columns can be uniquely identified with the help of unique key constraint. The table can be more than one candidate key, but only one candidate key can be the primary key. Means if you are declaring under the table, if you are declaring the more than one candidate key, among the candidate key only one candidate key we are declaring as a primary key. This is declaring as a primary key. The candidate key definition. It can be a column. It may be the column or combination of columns. The combination of columns can be uniquely identifying with the help of unit key constraints, then only we are calling as a candidate key. Under the candidate key, in a single table, we can declare more than one attributes as a candidate key. If you are declaring the more than one attribute as a candidate key, then we can call as a composite keys. When you are defining as a column or the attribute, unique key constraint will work only at the table level. It will not work for the table level, it will work only for the column level. That is the purpose we can declare up to n number of candidate keys in a single table. If you want to talk under the super key is a set or one or more columns to uniquely identified row in a table. Means super key is different, candidate key is different. Super key is a set or one or more column. Means we should compare with the help of one column set. Super key is a set or one of more column. Means more than one column when you are defining the uniquely identifying, then the rows in a table, then only we can call as a super key. Super key is a many combination of columns which uniquely identified as a row in a table. Means when you are with the help of the records of the row in a table, when you are defining the uniquely when you are identifying, then only we are calling as a super key. Now candidate key is a minimal super key. Candidate key is a minimal super key from which we cannot remove any field, else it will not be able to uniquely identify the rows with the help of the candidate keys. Candidate key is a proper subset of super key. If you want to talk the relation between the candidate and the super, while the relation the number of candidate keys is the less than of the super keys. While in the relation number of candidate keys are less than the number of super keys. If you want to talk the relation of the super key, the number of super keys are more than the candidate keys. More than the candidate keys. Super key should be the more than candidate keys. Now if you are going for the second normal form, under the second normal form is not supporting it violating the rule of the 2NF, then we are converting the table into the second normal form. The teacher's table, here teacher ID and teacher age. Teacher ID and teacher age we are converting. Then after converting, then we are going for the teacher's subject. Teacher ID and teacher age. Here teacher ID is 25, teacher age is 30 will be there, 47, 35, 83. Means we are eliminating the duplicate data or data redundancy. As for first normal form, we should go for the atomic. Then we are converting in the first normal form. Teacher ID and teacher age, the teacher's detail. Coming to the teacher subject, we are taking as a teacher ID and the subject name. Now here the teacher ID is repeating. Coming to the subject name is not repeating uniquely. Means subject we are considering as a primary key. Means this teacher ID we are considering as a non-prime attribute. Now it is acting as a foreign key. Here it is acting as a teacher ID, it is acting as a primary key. Coming to the teacher students table, it is acting as a foreign key. Under the foreign key, we can insert the duplicate values. Now, here the subject ID we are considering as a primary key. Means as per the second normal form, the rule, first, as if you want to convert the second normal form, first we should convert to the first normal form, atomic values we are converting. After converting the atomic value, next we are going for rule of the second normal form. Non-key attributes are fully functional dependency on primary key. Non-prime attributes are non-key attributes. The teacher ID we are considering as a non-prime attributes or non-key attributes are fully functionally dependency on primary key. Primary key it is considering as a subject attribute. Now we are converting the second normal form. As per the table, it is violating the second normal form, then we are converting the first, then we are converting the second normal form. Now if you want to talk about the third normal form, a relation will be under the third normal form. It is in second normal form, not contains any transitive partial dependency. Not contains any transitive partial dependency. Under the third normal form, the rule should be, if you, when you are converting the third normal form, first we should convert the first normal form, then after the second, then we should go for the third. Under the third normal form, the rule it is saying that it contains any transitive partial dependency, not contains. Under the third normal form, it not contains any transitive dependency, no transitive dependency. If third normal form used to reduce the data duplication, it is also used to achieve the data integrity. Under the third normal form, we are reducing the data duplication, we are eliminating the data redundancy, and also we are achieving the data integrity. If there is a no transitive dependency for non-prime attributes, then the relation must be in the third normal form. No transitive dependency for non-prime attributes. If the no transitive dependency is occurring under third normal form, directly we can call as a third normal form. Not contains any transitive dependency. If it is a transitive dependency means we should not call as a third normal form. Third normal form means it will not support the for the transitive dependency. Then only we can call as a third normal form. A relation under the third normal form, it supports at least one of the following the condition. Non-trivial functional dependency. See here, non-trivial functional dependency means X is fully functional dependency on Y. X is a super key. Then Y is a primary key. Each element of the Y is a part of some of the candidate keys. Means when you are defining X is a super key, when you are defining the X is a super key, now Y we are defining as a prime attribute. Prime attributes means is a primary key. Under the primary key, it can consist some of the attributes as a candidate keys. Means the candidate key we are defining with the help of only we are among the candidate key only we are defining as a primary key. As for the third normal form, when X is we are defining as a super key, Y we are defining as a prime attribute. The prime attribute we are calling as a primary key. From that primary key only it can consist as a candidate keys. Now if you are taking as an employee table, employee ID, employee name, employee zip code, employee state and employee city will be there. Super key in the above table. Now what are the super keys will be there under the above table? Employee ID we are considering as a super key. Employee ID. Then employee ID and employee name we are considering super key. Employee ID, employee name, employee G we are considering as a super key. So on we are considering. Coming to the candidate key, just among the super keys we are considering employee ID, employee name, employee zip code we are considering as super keys. Among the super keys, one attribute we are defining as a candidate key. That candidate key is employee ID. Non-prime attributes, the non-prime attributes in the given table, all attributes expect employee ID we are calling as a non-prime attribute. Employee name, employee zip code, employee state, employee city we are calling as a non-prime attributes. These attributes we are not considering as a primary keys. These attributes we are not considering as a primary keys. Employee ID only we are considering as a primary key. Now under the employee table, employee state, employee city depending upon the employee zip code. See here. Now employee state and employee city is depending upon the zip code. Zip code is depending upon the employee state and employee city. Zip code depends upon the employee ID also. Means where the employee is staying. Non-prime attributes are employee state and employee city will be considering as a non-prime attributes. Employee state and employee city we are considering as a non-prime attributes. Now, here the transitive dependency on the super key we are considering as a employee ID. As for the transitive, we are considering as a employee ID as a super key. Previously, we are considering as a primary key. When we are converting as a transitive dependency, at the time we are converting as a employee ID, we are considering as a super key. Then coming to employee state and employee city, we are considering as a non-prime attributes. It's violating the rule of the third normal form. When it is violating the third normal form, then we should convert into the normal forms. First, we should go for the first, second, then we should come to the third normal form. Why we need to move the employee city and employee state to new employee zip table? Means now we are converting as a employee zip table with the help of employee zip, it is acting as a primary key. Now when you are going for the employee table, under the employee table, employee ID, employee name and the employee zip code. Now the employee ID, now we are considering as a super key. Now here we are considering as a employee zip code, we are considering as a primary key. CS. Employee name also, it is a unique value will be there. Now employee zip code. This employee zip code is depending upon the employee state and employee city will be there. Transitive dependency will be there. Then if you want to talk, now employee zip we are considering as a primary key, employee state, then employee city. BIC code normal form BCNF. BCNF is an advanced version of 3NF. It's the advanced for the third normal form. It is a restricted than the third normal form. A table under the BCNF if every functional dependency x to y, x is a super key of the table. For BCNF, table should be under the third normal form. Then only we should go for the BCNF. For every functional dependency, left side, LHS is a super key. Always left side should be the super key. For example, if you want to talk about the company, under the company the employees work is a more than one department will be there. Under the employees we are having a department designation, testing, stores, developing, and these are the department will be there. Employee ID, employee country, employee department, employee type, employee number will be there. Now, if you want to talk here, what are the attribute name is the same attribute. If you are giving as a constraint, it will not work. Just here, we did the mistake here. Under the employee ID, we are considering as a primary. Then under the department also we are considering primary. In the above table, functional dependencies as follows. Employee ID is functional dependency on employee country. Employee department is functionally depending upon the employee type and the employee type number. See here we are considering these two tables as a one. These two attributes, between these two attribute relationship is existing. Employee ID is depending upon the employee country. Employee department is depending upon the department type. Employee department is depending upon the department number. Now here we are considering as a candidate keys, we are defining as a employee ID and a employee department. Now we are defining as a employee ID. Now we are defining employee ID is a previous super key as for BCNF. There is not a BCNF because either employee department or employee ID is alone a key. Now we are converting into the table BCNF by decomposing the three tables. Employee country, employee ID is depending upon the employee country. Employee table, employee department table, under the employee department table is depending upon the department type, department number. Now if you want to go for under the employee department ID, the department ID is depending upon the department. Employee ID is depending upon the employee department. This employee ID is depending upon the department, means relationship is existing. Now functional dependencies under the employee ID and the employee ID is fully functional dependent upon the employee country. Employee department is fully functional dependent upon the employee type and the employee department number. If you want to consider as a candidate keys, under the candidate keys we are considering as a employee ID, department, employee department, Coming to the under the first table, we are considering as a candidate key as an employee ID, and the second table we are considering as a employee department, and the third table we are considering as a employee ID and employee department we are considering as a candidate key. Now in this BCNF, left side of the part of the both the functional dependencies is the keys will be there. Then only we can call as a BCNF. Thank you. This is a normalization scenario, very important for your theory exam. Practically we can see in the lab. This is the third unit, it is the ending stage.